All right, everybody, how's it going? That was our new intro. Yeah. So how's it going, guys?
It's going good. It's pretty good.
I'm not complaining.
Did anyone do anything interesting this weekend?
Nope, not a thing.
Slept a lot.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, not enough.
Oh my
That's what I
god.
meant.
I just sat in front of my laptop all day.
Oh my gosh. Did you
That's
ever?
true.
Oh
Oops.
man.
Watched a couple of guys play Dice Masters on and off for a little bit.
You know the huge.
The
Yep.
huge.
Oh man, we're dropping frames right now. I'm just trying to close some things. All
Oh
right.
no.
Should be better.
Do
All
you
right.
still have your program open? Your
No.
DaVinci?
No, nothing's open, so
Okay. Close all the things.
close all
All
the
right.
things. All right. So
So
this week we're going to be talking about Worlds, how it went, and just a few other things. We should be having something go live on our website right now, or is it after the stream?
It should have gone about a minute ago. So let me double check, make sure here. crgr.rocks.
Yep.
And yeah,
Yeah.
we have
nice.
a 2-team takedown legacy season 2 sign up sheet up on our webpage. So a little different than we've done it before. We are not requiring team submissions when you sign up. So
What?
sign up early. What we're going to do is we're going to create a channel on our Discord server for you. Only you and myself will have access to it, and whoever else from the game room decides they're not going to play. And you can submit your teams through that up until the deadline, which is 11:59 p.m. Central Standard Time, the 27th of this month.
So we do have some
So
time. It's pushing our
yeah,
the Worlds. We didn't plan on going to Worlds this year, so it pushed all of our schedules
yeah,
back a
we,
little
we,
bit.
we had we had to modify the schedule slightly to account for worlds and whatnot. So
Yeah. Um,
we earlier this week we did also put up the legacy ban list. So all of the ban cards are on there, and the submission link or the submission form has a link to the ban list as well.
I put it together, and you made it look pretty.
And then I've done a little bit of housekeeping in the Discord channels using categories and whatnot. We had some people requesting the use of categories so they could mute categories for stuff. So if they weren't in the tournament, they could mute the tournament stuff and still get notifications on everything else. So
Nice.
I went ahead and started doing that today as well.
What else do we do besides tournaments that people wanted to know about?
I don't know. But no, it made sense also, especially once we get all of the players, channels. That channel list gets fairly long.
Yeah.
Being able to have that just from the ability to minimize and close those out and stuff like that. I agree wholeheartedly. Using the categories for that is a good way to go. And for the future, if we get other games that we're dealing with, like you guys do a lot of Magic the Gathering stuff like that, we can easily create categories for those to keep trades and things like that segmented.
I kind of want to call them categories, but that's
Ooh,
just me.
categories.
Well, unfortunately, we don't get to name
Oh.
what they're called. Discord calls them categories, and so that's what
Oh.
I'm calling them. You can call them whatever you want.
All right.
You
I feel confident in that.
yeah. So
Um,
Funny.
so so there's that. Everyone, I'll put a list in here. I'll put it in the description after we are not live anymore, just because I'm doing this
When we
live
get
stream. So,
yeah.
yeah, we're doing a little bit. Ryan put together a lot of stuff that looks really good, and Ryan's taken the full bull by the horn, so to speak, on this one because the legacy was kind of his brainchild, and we're kind of just running with it. So.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm not planning on playing in any of the legacy events, so it makes it easy for me to make it consistent across all of the legacy events.
To give everyone a chance is what you mean.
Yeah, so the rest of you guys have chances to play in them and all that stuff.
Well, I meant to
who
win. They had
yeah.
chances to win when you're not there because you were going to take it all, is what you were saying.
Well, yeah. I mean, if I enter the event, I just win. Yeah, I
Automatically.
mean, there's a reason Ben said Scott got the world championship. It's because I wasn't playing.
That's all. That's the exact reason. If it wasn't for you, he wouldn't have all those Yu-Gi-Ohs.
He wouldn't have had the trifecta on Friday and Saturday of Global Escalation, 10-10, and Worlds.
That's ridiculous.
And Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, and all the Yu-Gi-Ohs he could have ever wanted.
Yep.
He is what do we call it? The he felt the heart of the dice.
Yep. We should just start calling him Pharaoh from now on. That's what they call him in Yu-Gi-Oh. He's the Pharaoh.
I feel comfortable with that.
Pharaoh.
It was, man. All right, so let's get into the weekend a little bit.
Let's talk about it. Let's do it.
So it was really interesting. There was a lot of people coming up to me and like a few other people from the channel, like talking to us, like they didn't introduce themselves. I'm gonna say that, and so it was like really awkward. Then after a while, I was like, okay, that's their voice. Okay, yeah, that's them. There's a lot of that, and it's just like, I know y'all talking. That was a big thing.
Our faces are known because we're up here. We don't always remember everyone else's faces. Sorry,
Yeah.
And then my inability to say certain names.
Oh man, yeah.
He kept calling me real beard. It was weird.
Yeah.
Like, dude, we talk all the time.
And he called me Crisp, and I was like, we're not in England.
There's not even a P at the end. Why do you call me Crisp?
But yeah, it was awesome meeting everyone.
It really was. And I'm sorry if I didn't say hello to you. Even though I'm on the stream, I'm still kind of a shy dude. So like, I don't go, introduce myself to people like in any other setting, let alone like a convention around people that I'm comfortable with. So I'm sorry if I didn't say hello. I wanted to, but my social anxiety did not allow me to.
Yeah.
So
I was there to make up for it.
Everybody though. Yeah, Chris was there, so he did all the things.
And if I didn't say hi to you, most likely it's because I was busy, and I'm sorry, but I was trying to make sure the stream was going on, and so I wasn't always able to talk to the people when I wanted to talk to them. So
and then yeah, it was really weird. I met Ben at what was it, like 8 o'clock in the morning after we had gotten in at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and he's like, "Hey," and I'm like, just went back to bed.
He said, "Hey," and I looked up and I saw him, and I just did one of these, and then I grabbed my sheet and pulled it over my head, and I just rolled over and tried to go back to sleep. Sleeping in the living room was a bad idea.
Yeah.
What's up, Davis?
What's up, Davis? What's up,
Hey,
Armada?
David.
So, and then playing in the events, I thought it was pretty fun. My only complaint, and this is just a stupid minor one, if I'm playing in draft and I'm drafting, I want to be able to continue to play, and everyone after the first game was going on to play the next one. There was no, well, just try to get people to play with you the next game. It's like everyone's going to the next game, next draft, and not sitting around.
Well, and part of it was everyone wanted the tickets.
Yeah.
And they wanted they wanted to try to get the 4 participation cards.
Yeah.
So I understand that. I get it. I mean, I think the biggest thing that they had at this event was the preview draft.
Yeah.
It caused so many people to do drafts and other those things to fire off. It was
insane.
Insane.
Just like that.
I mean, we literally, it was right before the preview draft on Sunday. It's like, can we fire off one more draft so we can get the raffle tickets, and whatnot? And I was like, okay, that's fine. But if you get selected for it, you're dropping from that draft. I'm not going to hold these guys up. And they're like, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's how me and Robert got our ticket to win.
Yeah. So funny story. Like, I did 2 drafts on Friday.
Like me and
Chrissy,
you both
did. You do one? Okay, we both did 2 drafts on Friday. Then we got our participation for the Worlds ticket. And I figured, well, we didn't win. We didn't get our numbers called in the first draft on Saturday. So I gave my tickets away to Andy May because I was like, well, by the time the next preview draft fires off, we're probably going to have to leave. So I gave him all of my tickets. I think it was 5 tickets that I gave him.
I
Right.
gave him all mine,
So all of those tickets.
and Joe gave him
So
his.
yeah, and Joe gave him his. And so on Sunday, Laurier was there. So Laurier said, "Hey, if I pay for you to play in a draft, will you give me the card if you win?" I'm like, "Yeah, dude, I'm not doing anything. Why not?" So I played in it. I won my game. I got him a preview card and the ticket, and he's like, "Oh, I'm already picked in the thing,
Yeah.
so I'm going to be in the preview draft." I'm like, "Oh, okay, cool." He's like, "Just keep the ticket." That one ticket that I got, I gave it to Chris because I was working on a commission blank card, and I was like, "Hey, Chris, go do the preview draft, go see if you're gonna win or whatever." And that one ticket that we got that Laurier gave us got called, and Chris got to be in the preview
Yeah,
draft on Sunday.
it only takes one.
Yeah.
It only takes one.
It was
So,
so cool.
yeah,
I won
no,
that
we,
preview draft too.
Oh, you won that game? Nice.
Yeah.
Good job, dude.
You know,
Apparently, She-Hulk and the new Spot, the rare Spot, super good together. Super good.
That thing's ridiculous.
Yeah.
so let you know. What did you guys think about the return of draft and the return of rarities?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I like it
I
too.
love draft packs. I think they're great. I love doing
Now,
drafts myself.
I you know, did you guys hear about the change in distribution?
That there's
So
going to be
there's
more
going to be
super rares.
There's 16 super rares per set now.
That's a lot.
And yep, and it's now basically 1 out of every 2 draft packs will have a super rare.
That's cool. I didn't get
That
one.
is pretty cool. It's good and it's bad. It diminishes the value of super rares, but it also
not,
creates.
not really, because you know there's now so
there's
many more
more.
super rares.
There's
So-
more. I get it. But it's also going to be harder to collect them all now
Yeah.
because
Right.
you have to keep
You-
buying those
there's gonna
packs
be-
and buying those packs.
There's going to be more common super rares than others, and you're going to constantly get those super rares, and you're like, another one of these Spider-Man.
Dude, Spider-Mans are good in that set.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it looked like there's going to be a common, uncommon, rare of everything, and then 16 of those will have super rares as well. So they're
I'm
not,
all about it.
you know,
I like that
16
it's gonna
characters
create a
will
trade
have
market.
4, you know, we'll have 4 versions of them. The rest will only have 3.
Yeah.
For sure. And yeah, I think it's going to be great because it's going to create a trade market, and there's going to be more trading going on because there was at one point in time
There was a
trading
great trade
was
market.
it was crazy. Like you would meet all sorts of people,
Mhm.
talk to people. Here's my trade list, blah blah blah, and all that great stuff.
Oh yeah, my
And
trade
it's
list
a
is
lot.
so out of date right now. It's not even funny because there's been
Yeah.
no major point to it. So, Ben, we would love for you to
Yeah.
join us in here and talk about your experiences. So yeah,
For
I,
sure,
I,
man.
I don't think
No,
anything
really.
happened with Ben, though. I mean, I think,
no,
it was just,
I mean nothing major. You know.
I think he got a lasagna. That's all I know.
Yeah. So whenever you're
well,
ready,
and
man,
some
jump on.
Tennessee tamales, but I don't know if he ate any of them. So
Those things did not look good.
Did not want to have him at all.
no, they we won't talk about the Tennessee tamales.
No. So the 10x10 draft, Ryan, you were there. You were running the streams and everything, switching cams and everything. What did
Tweaking the
you
knobs and switching
notice
streams?
about it? Was it
So
was it
10,
interesting?
10 by
Fun?
10, I think, was actually my favorite event out of all of them.
Oh,
It had the most diversity and was still energetic.
Mm.
You know, global escalation. I'm sorry. It's you know, you quite literally the most globals, and it's, you know, you're PXG and you're doing all the stuff. There, you know,
Yeah.
it's just okay. We've all been here. It's you know, worlds towards the end. I mean, everything was so well balanced. It became chess matches that were always running to time.
yeah.
Troy's
And-
match with what's his name? God, I'm terrible with name. Was it Rob?
Was it Rob? Rob L? Was that him?
No, it wasn't
No.
Rob L. It was I know the one you're talking about, but quite literally, I mean, went to time and went into the
Suddenly
5
skipped it.
5 rounds over after the, you know, everything was done. I mean, it went to the whole sudden death thing, you know, and that's just how it went. Once you got to the top 8, those matches were just
Craig.
Craig
Yeah.
Huebner. Thank you. They just I hate saying it, they drug on. It wasn't like they're, I mean, they were chess matches. There were, you know, things going on, things moving. It wasn't like there was one person in charge and, everything else was just the other person was stalling, but they weren't, from a watching perspective, because I was watching the stream matches, for all
Yeah.
that, they weren't as enjoyable to watch. The other
Mm.
ones, the 10-10 had some of the more enjoyable to watch matches. There was the wild swings, there was the out of nowhere combos, things like that. So I personally enjoyed 10-10 the most out of it.
Do you think that?
Popper, I think that we could have seen a lot more with Popper, but being a lot of the players were either leaving or were doing drafts trying to get into that second and final preview draft.
Yeah.
Not everyone joined Popper, and I understand that one because there wasn't a very large set of cards for modern Popper. And so
Yeah.
you knew you were kind of going to see three or four different teams, and that was it.
I think
Do
if
you
they would have
think?
had it on the global escalation one instead of, I think if they would have switched global escalation and Popper, I think it would have been much better for Popper. Sorry.
Yeah.
Do you think that we may have seen the last of global escalation?
I'm not going to say we've seen the last of global escalation
Do you think it went down
because
a notch
I
then?
know nothing. I know really nothing of the inner workings.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into any of those conversations or anything like that. But I would love to see a modification to global escalation to where any team that is on the winning national or world's team gets banned, not just the ones without globals.
Yeah. So
I
I'll throw
think that would
this.
make a much more viable meta. Do it much more of a legacy style. So,
So I'll ask it in the chat. Then the chat. I know Steven's in there, and Ben, y'all were on the ground floor. Brian, you were there also.
um,
What was the temperature like when it came to global escalations? Were people enjoying it?
oh
Was it fun
no,
for
I don't
them?
think there was ever a time that anyone was not happy with what was going on.
Gotcha. Okay.
Um, the only time I think there was some issues was late in the day on Friday, where there was some miscommunication between the front desk and Stephen Ross and myself as far as how the drafts were supposed to fire. So we had a lot of people wanting drafts to
Yeah.
fire, and we're telling them to go up to the front, and the front's telling them to come back to us, and we're not sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
That's fine though. Cool. Yeah.
yeah.
Steven thinks that global escalation is gonna stick around. That's fine. I was just wondering because I was off doing drafts
Yeah.
on that
Yeah,
day.
I
So.
mean, I don't think there. I
Oh
don't
wait,
think
no.
there's anything in the
Yeah.
mix of them changing any of the formats or anything like that. I think these are the formats they've decided on, and they're gonna stick with them as
Cool.
is. Uh, uh,
Because you won both of them, Ben.
That's funny.
yeah, I mean, global
Nice.
escalation had a lot of Hope Colossus. That was a very strong combo in there. And global, I mean, I'm not saying any of them were bad. Global
Yeah.
escalation was fun, but I mean, it's one of those. Especially as I'm sitting there clicking between the play mats, and so when it's past priority, I'm clicking over the others. I mean, my fingers were getting tired switching between the player one, player two, just in one round. Past priority, going back and forth. I'm sure I was giving people seizures watching the
Oh my
stream
gosh.
with with the screens flashing between the play mats. Um, it's just one of those the golden days of that many globals. I'm glad are global or golden and not modern.
Yeah.
You know,
Nice.
um, so
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I was kind of I don't want to say sad or just I guess a little disappointed that Popper didn't get a little more attention because everyone wanted to go to the preview draft because I really wanted to see how
Yeah.
that would pan out with the
I
limited
I
pool that was there.
I would have loved to have seen the numbers that we saw for 1010 or global escalation in Popper, and would
Hmm.
have loved to have seen what we could have done there. But I agree with the I agree with the order in which they played the events. in that with Pauper having the limited pool that it had of cards, which meant the smaller pool of meta cards.
Yeah.
Having that at that last day, against the preview draft made sense because you're not gonna want everything being the exact same.
Cool.
Yeah. I don't know. And plus the thing with having something on Sunday is there's a lot of people that left because they need
Yeah,
to
it's
get back
the
to work.
last day.
Yeah.
Yeah, people have to get home or they're wanting to do other things and stuff like that.
I
So
mean, we should have left
Totally
that
get
day, honestly. But we stuck around. Yeah, Ben said it's the funnest one to build for was Pauper.
Yeah.
If I had more time, I wanted to build for Pauper, but I just didn't have enough time. I barely had enough time to build for Worlds.
yeah,
So-
no, I mean we with Pauper we were rushing those final last 2 rounds. It's one of those. I know at one point Steven's still on stream with spoilers with Henry the Destroyer, and I've got people going, Ryan, I've got a flight to catch. We need to kick this off, and so I'm like, screw it, we're starting the round, even though Steven's not actually doing commentary for the round yet. We needed to keep those things going, not from just so that people that were playing in it could actually get to play it to the end. So yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I think there was someone that was 1-1 that dropped to be in the preview draft on Pauper. It's like, that's not terrible. I don't know why you dropped, but oh well.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they got picked for the preview draft, and truth be told, if I had the choice between preview draft or Pauper, sorry Pauper, I'm going to preview draft. I can't argue with that. I mean, we lost I think 4 players from Pauper to the preview draft, so
Wow.
it hit hard to a lot of those players to lose, because we had 18 players in it.
Yeah.
We lost
Ben.
lost 4 of them, and then the next round we lost 2 more.
Yeah.
And so by round 4 we were down to 12 players.
Which is still
Yeah,
respectable
wow.
for a new format.
Oh no! Very respectable. No issues there. It's just it definitely swung the balance in that tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, show. So, Chris, what place did you finish in Worlds on Saturday?
28th, so not dead last, but pretty close.
That's pretty good.
Not-
was
not
it
good.
28th? I thought it
No, it was
Are you
28th.
sure?
was it 28th. Okay,
Let me see. I got a paper.
because
in front
I
of
know
me.
we had 38 players in Worlds.
Yeah, I didn't fit. I won 2 games.
Okay.
Yeah, the one I have in front of me, Chris,
I
is
didn't see
28.
standings, so
Yeah.
I couldn't tell anything on any of that.
I won my
Um,
first game and my last game. That's all I won.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
a
so-
lot of people kept asking me, "Are you going to drop? Are you going to drop? And you're going to drop?" And it's like, no, I
Why?
came here to play. I'm not going to
Yeah.
just drop.
I will say this: I think in Worlds we had no official drops, or no Worlds we had 3
1,
drops.
2,
I
3,
think.
4,
Yeah.
5. According to this sheet that I'm looking at, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops.
5 drops. Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds about right. Yeah.
And I think it was
And
mostly
those
people trying to
weren't
do
till
drafts.
much later. I think that
They
was like
were.
rounds
Mhm.
5 and 6 is when those guys dropped.
Yeah.
Lucan dropped, and he was 1-4-1. And that one win was against me on stream. But I ended up being 20th, and I think Joe was 13th. If I'm correct.
Joe broke the top 16. I know that.
Yep, he ended up 13th.
Yeah.
Yep, of course,
And-
Ben got into the top 8.
This guy
Yeah.
named Ben got,
Yeah.
I guess he did well.
So yeah, I just want to do like a real quick shout out to the people that I played because they were really awesome.
Mhm.
I took a picture of my team sheet, so I have all the names here. Pete Hicks, Lucan O'Neill, Ian Porter, Patrick Kellenberger, Brooks Ward, and Michael Pickett. All of y'all were awesome. I had a great time playing against y'all. So if you're watching this, appreciate the games. I had a good time, and it was nice to meet all of y'all.
I don't have my list. I don't know what
Typical.
happened.
Hold on. I've got it here.
Oh,
Classic
okay.
Chris.
What's crazy is,
Yeah, I ended up 3-3. So
and we didn't play each other.
no, we didn't play each other. It's like the first time ever in one of these big tournaments we never played each other. Probably because you played like garbage, so that's probably why.
Kick a man while he's down. I mean,
Sorry,
me and
dude.
you were even on score until you won. You won your second match on your fourth.
I think I won my last 2 games.
Okay, so you won fifth and then sixth.
Something like that. I don't remember.
I played Henry
Oh, here it
the
goes.
last game.
I won the first game, lost 3 in a row, and won the last 2.
I mean, you're very streaky.
I am streaky. I'm known around the league for being streaky. But yeah, the games that I lost were because of walls, and I didn't have Green Devil Mask on my team.
Thanks to
That was a last minute swap out for Shriek because Joe suggested it. And I went with it. We played a couple of test games. I was like, okay, I guess I don't need it. It's fine.
right.
then Venerable.
Chris,
Red Knight.
I've got your sheet
shout
here.
him out.
All right, so Chris would like to thank Caleb Rogers, Robert Zank, the Canadian Wizard, Dwayne Sagley, Pete Hicks, and Henry Zank. So you actually got to play
Nice.
the father and son.
You played the Zanks.
The Zank, the father and the son were super nice. Like
Nice dudes.
Henry the Destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Zank he's the one that I did the commission for the Strahd card that I did for him.
Yeah, and when I played when I played Robert Zank, man, I was doing things like mutating out stuff and making it really hard for him. He actually had to buy all 4 Iceman dice, and his Henry came over there and he's like, oh, this guy is a really good pilot, and I was like, oh, I feel like I'm undeserved of that because you still beat me. But yeah, Laurier just destroyed me. He was talking about how he was worried about my team and this, that, and the other, and I'm just like thinking, okay, Wizard, do your best, and he did.
Do y'all last.
He did a 1-turn
Yeah,
kill.
huh?
So
Typical.
yeah.
Yeah. I was feeling pretty good after that first round, man. But it didn't work out. I got my Mr. Fix-It to swing in for about 30 something. And yeah, after that it was all downhill.
Yeah.
So that's okay. It is what it is. You know, I had a good time. That's what was important.
A big shout out to Matt Jourdain also for the shortest match at Worlds.
Oh no, what happened?
no.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Okay.
Yeah, it
That
was
was at
actually the
Worlds?
first match on stream also for Worlds, and it was the shortest match. I believe we clocked it at 4 minutes and 49 seconds.
Oh wow, that match.
The fish combo.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Sometimes it bees that way, man.
Yep.
I know that feeling. I was on the receipt of the shortest match ever at a WKO because of Chris and his stupid super rare Yanti Q combo. So
yep.
I feel for that guy. So.
I had the most glass cannon build of Yanti ever.
Yeah, but when those glass cannons go off correctly,
Oh yeah.
they're
Easily
they're
defeatable.
insane. You know.
Yeah.
I had 3 quick matches in the WKO because I built it in such a way that you couldn't stop me, and you weren't going to be able to stop me, and I was just going to go faster. Ali made a mistake from being in the top 4 and winning. All right, I'm not bitter at all.
Mispurchase.
Not at all. No.
I think you've gotten worse since that day. Something in
yeah.
your brain is just making you not. You're traumatized, dude.
I mean,
That's what it is.
I almost beat TJ, and yeah. And he was not saying anything to me the whole entire time.
No, JT, right?
JT wasn't talking smack to me or anything like that. He was just sitting there like this. I destroyed him the first game. The second game, he barely beat me, and then
Mispurchase, and it was all over after that. Yep.
Yeah, but that's
Sometimes it bees that way, man.
that's a lifetime ago. But but yeah, everyone was super cool. Henry, man, that kid is gonna be good. I think.
He's the future of the game right there if he sticks with it. You
Yeah.
know.
Yep. Nice kid, super polite, well behaved kid. So that was awesome.
Yeah, I made sure I went over to his dad to tell him how good of a kid he was. So
Nice.
so.
So, did you get any of the OP cards, Chris?
Got one.
Which one did you get? The participation one?
Yeah.
Nice.
No more Magus.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I got
One of the best ones to get out of it, to be honest. I mean, the one that you'll probably get the most use out of.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. You can
Yeah.
flex on people
Yeah.
with that card now.
I know Ben was flexing on people with it in Worlds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
there were several people that as soon as that card was handed out to them, they're like, "And I'm putting that on, over the other one
It's
on my
going in
team."
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up with that one, and I think the rare storm is it the Morlock one?
I don't know.
I don't remember. I ended up with
There's
one of the
Morlock
storms.
Champion and Misspent Youth. So I
Which
think it
one's the
was
five
Morlock
cost one?
Champion was the rare one.
Okay, I think that's the one that I have.
Yep.
I got
Um,
I got one of the less desirable ones for the other one. So I did get 2 promos, but one of them was just like not good.
yeah,
So,
it's all good, man.
and then Ross doing the whole entire thing. Which one do you want? And you're like, oh yeah, I want that one. Now you have to take a chance.
Yeah.
You son of a bitch.
we had to do them as blind draws. It's one of those unfortunate
It's
things.
just
but
getting your
that's what we
hopes
have to
up by saying which one do you want.
Well, part of it was we were making sure that you knew they were all 4 in there. There was
Yeah.
a chance that you could get all of them.
Yeah.
We didn't want people to go into it thinking, oh, they put all 4 misspent youth in there, or whatnot. And especially with
Yeah.
the storm being the same art for 2 cards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And-
really were doing it to make sure people knew the 4 cards are in there.
A champion has
Ross
appeared.
was being a little bit of a
Someone activated a trap card.
There he is, the world champion. How's it going, man?
Fine. How are you guys?
We're doing good, man. We're just talking worlds, doing worlds talk right now.
Worlds. Yeah. Work.
Yeah.
Huh. Work has been fun this week.
Yeah.
I've been very, very tired.
Oh yeah. Are you lagging?
He froze.
Yeah. All right.
There he is.
We said worlds, and you said work has been really tiring.
Well, yeah, he's
Okay.
tired from. You can tell he's tired because his internet is lagging. That's why-
he's so tired his internet is tired.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no.
man. All right. Well, that was
We
a
lost
good
him.
experiment.
Well, he popped in, guys. That was the 2019 Dice Masters World Champion, Vince Ed Scott.
10-10
Ex-
and global escalation winner as well.
Exclusive interview on CRK.
Exclusive interview. Straight from the Shadow Realm with his Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Oh man.
So for those of you who weren't there and aren't aware of the inside joke we're having with this one, it was of course for all the side events it was listed as a mystery set, full factory set, and the mystery set was Yu-Gi-Oh.
It was solved.
The mystery was solved.
Ben won 2 sets of Yu-Gi-Oh. Should have won a third one, but Jimmy, because with winning Worlds, he won a mystery factory set and an AVX World set, AVX factory set. Jimmy felt sorry and decided not to give him a third Yu-Gi-Oh set and found a Guardian set for him.
We kind of wanted him to give him a Yu-Gi-Oh set.
Yeah. Oh no. I was fully upset with Jimmy on that one.
It would have been very thematic because in Yu-Gi-Oh, there's 3 Egyptian gods. So he would have had 3 sets of Yu-Gi-Oh. So it's kind of
Right.
the same thing.
He would have had a full play set in Yu-Gi-Oh of Yu-Gi-Oh Dice Master cards.
That way we could call him the 3-time Yu-Gi-Oh champion, and people are like, he
Yeah.
doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh. He
Like,
doesn't.
You don't know anything, do you? But yeah, that was funny. That was all good.
And yeah.
Good times.
Oh,
So this weekend we've got the Rest of Worlds event
Oh.
coming up.
The rest of worlds.
Yep. So online tournament for anyone, but specifically those that weren't able to make it to Worlds to compete in a similar format,
or did really terribly at Worlds.
or
Ben's not
so
invited.
Yeah.
I have offered to assist To that event as well. So
Oh, nice. I didn't know that.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yep. James is
Saturday
actually
or
playing.
something?
It is this Saturday, starting at I believe it was noon Eastern, but don't quote me on that one.
Okay.
I haven't gone over all of the details quite yet.
All right.
It's going to be really hard.
But yeah,
for you to do that.
James is actually playing in the event, so I'm going to be taking over a lot more of the match rulings and stuff like that while he's playing. So
Oh my god. Ben said the real reward is designing a second Yu-Gi-Oh set. We can only hope.
I hope that's true because I love Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
It's going to be really hard for me to play in that tournament because of the time it starts, because I have to work until 12. So.
well, I'm sure we could probably do a
you get a bye.
No, you just get a loss for
take a
your
loss.
round 1 match, and
or if
you probably would have lost anyway.
True. I mean, if there is a bye, I would love to just have the bye for the first time. If there's room for it.
No way.
I can't make promises, but we'll see what goes on there. So.
All right. Yeah. So I'm not playing my Worlds team.
Why not?
Because I'm playing my Uncommon Fix-It team. I know how to pilot that better.
Ah, okay.
So I kicked myself that I should have played that. I should have played that so much.
Yeah. Go with what you know, man.
Yeah.
Nah, it's always more enjoyable if you go with what you don't know, and that way it's a surprise for everyone.
And then you can blame it on someone else.
Yep.
Yeah, like me.
Yeah.
Blame Joe.
Yeah.
No,
everyone was telling
Joe's
you.
Fault. Yeah, and I shouldn't have listened. But yeah.
Yep.
Oh, Ben
is confirmed playing in the tournament on Saturday. So.
Oh.
So yeah, if you haven't signed up for the tournament, I recommend that you do play.
So
Steven's gonna play in it. All right.
Nice.
Awesome.
So. Yeah.
That'll be
now
cool.
I've hung my competitive hat until I can have my matchup against True Mr. Six. So I have officially retired until I can play him.
You're gonna Floyd
You're
Mayweather it
right now.
Yeah.
You're just training. That's all.
Yep.
Oh man,
that's funny.
And I guess since Joe kind of announced it on some of the social medias, do you want to talk about something else we're going to try to get into?
Oh, are you talking about the Brewers Corner that we're going to bring back? We're taking it out of the corner and putting it in the corner where we pay attention to it.
Yep.
Put it in the corner with the spotlight.
That's the corner.
Yeah.
Yep, the one that has the light on it.
So we got submissions from the from the Patreons. We're gonna go with the 2 of the requests from them. So we'll be putting those teams together. We just started the development of it again, so we're gonna try to get we're gonna do it a little bit differently this time. Instead of just having an hour and a half or 2 hour long stream, we're probably gonna record it and put it out and do individual teams. So
yeah,
for sure. Explain. We'll probably put the teams out there, talk about them a little bit, and what we're trying to accomplish with the team build, and put the video out that way, and then we'll discuss it later.
And maybe even an accompanying article for the website.
Yeah.
Who knows?
That makes sense too.
Yeah. That is definitely something we should try to do.
that was just my little poke at you guys. Hey, there's other people could write stuff for the website than me.
Yeah.
But you're so good at it.
No, all right, but we're going to be trying to doing that, and honestly, the conversations that I had with everyone at Worlds, it's I don't know. I felt like crap for not doing more lately. And I've kind of, over the weekend, I kind of felt embarrassed that I haven't made more time to do stuff for Dice Masters, and that's kind of on me. And I'm going to try to do more Dice Master stuff coming up, more than just tournaments, because I think we deserve to do more for Dice Masters, or to have stuff shown more than just the tournament. And, I mean, we just have fun building teams most of the time, so I'd like to get back to that. So
yeah. They're easier to build too than trying to build a 60 card deck or a 100 card deck with Magic.
Yeah.
And it's, for me personally, it's cheaper to do that than having to go and buy these expensive cards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that is something that I'm looking forward to with
Ben,
with
I would love to have your write up to put up on our site.
He said he was doing the write up. So
I'm just saying he put it in the chat, so I'm responding to him in the chat. I will send you a DM through Discord, and we can coordinate.
Can you title it "In the Eyes of a Champion" or "Through the Eyes of a champion. There we go. That's the title of the article.
A champion's words.
The champion's words. Whatever works.
Yeah. We're just spitballing here. We're just spitballing.
Exactly, Steven. Exactly. Easier, cheaper, and more fun. I mean, I have fun playing Magic sometimes too. It's just when you get beat up by people that have been playing it longer and have more cards, it's not as fun for somebody that's new to the game.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only bad part.
The community is much nicer. I like doing
Dice Masters.
Yeah,
Yes, the Dice Masters community is much nicer.
And the only thing I like doing with Magic a whole lot is Commander, but the preview drafts or the pre-release drafts, I should say.
Pre-releases are fun.
If you ever go to Worlds, you must do the preview drafts. They're so amazing. But
yeah,
and
for sure. But yeah, getting back to the Dice Master stuff, there's some things that we want to do. We're going to bring back the Brewer's Corner. I have a project that I want to work on myself, and I know I always say that I got something that I want to do, but I've been really putting some thought in it, trying to build the story in my head as to what I want to do. So hopefully I can work that out, and we can brainstorm on it as a channel and try to figure that out.
Yeah.
And get it functional, I guess. A lot of what I want to do falls on me, so we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see.
And you haven't told me it yet, so.
Oh, I've told you this before, and I think I mentioned it on the stream. How I want to create an adventure through Dice Masters, so like a story. Okay. I think I've told you this before. Like, so you have, let's just say, my idea is like Batman or something like that. Mm-hmm. Batman runs into these villains, so you have a team of Batman related characters that have to go to it's semi choose your own adventure sort of thing. So whoever wins that match, the adventure will go down that path with the villains. And now maybe, I don't know, Batman gets whooped and another hero shows up to help him out. So now you have a team up with like Batman and Superman to help save the day or something like that. And if that doesn't work out, the villains get away and then the story just progresses or something like that. I don't know. I think that'll be kind of fun and interesting, and it'll be like a one video sort of thing. So the thing is that I want to draw the adventure. That's kind of where it falls on me. Yeah. So that's the problem. I want to draw the storyboards, I guess, and they're not going to be anything super detailed and stuff like that because it's going to take a long time to do that. I'll do it on my iPad so that it's easier. Actually, maybe I'll draw it on paper, but that might be easier. I don't know. Anyways, either way, I'm going to do it eventually, and I just hope that it's successful because I want to put a lot of time and energy into that.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll have a writing session with me and you and someone else, and we'll just hash out either the beginning or whatever if you want help with that. So that's our writing session is pretty ridiculous. Like anytime we do an announcement for anything. How long do we have a session of, Robert? Is it like?
It's a good while, man. I don't know.
It's like 2 hours plus sometimes of me and Robert just like joking around the whole entire time, just doing stupid stuff, and whatever sticks as far as lines, we just keep that, and then we just keep rolling until we finally fill up like a minute. That's really it.
Yeah.
So
it's fun stuff. So. Brewer's Corner. I want to launch that idea, and we're just going to continue doing our live streams.
And our
tournaments. And hopefully we'll get some more gameplay up, whether it's Magic game, whether it's Dice Masters, whether it's board games, whether it's whatever. Yeah. We've all talked, and we all are working towards getting some more more gameplay content up here. So yeah,
definitely.
One that you came up with that I really like is the someone else builds a team for us and we play
the Secret Santa.
Yeah, Secret Santa.
So, we probably will as Legacy Season 2 starts coming towards an end. We will probably announce that one so that we'll have some content in between those Legacy Season 1, Season 2 and Season 3. Mm-hmm. We'll have some matches for us to keep everyone going between them.
And we did kind of tell people I told people at the Worlds what our invitational will be.
Okay, well, can you let me know?
We've talked about it.
I don't remember.
It's going to be basically Legacy 4.
Right, okay.
So, yeah, all the bands are going to lead up to... I think it'd be kind of awkward to have the invitational lead into something else than than the legacy. Honestly.
Yeah, you have
And
three
yeah,
rounds
I
of
mean, we
legacy
did talk
and
about
then
it, but
cut it off.
last I remembered we talked about it was we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I firmly agree that Invitational being as season 4 is fantastic. I'm also of the opinion that this isn't the last we'll see of Legacy. Now, we're not going to continue it as, the next whole year, 2020 is going to be Legacy as well. No, but there could be occasional Legacy pop-ups from here on out.
Yeah.
And we will maintain this ban list.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's going to be quite a
So-
big ban list pretty soon.
Ban all the things. Ban all the things.
We should talk about the discussion we had when we first brought up Legacy. Robert, yeah, let's ban like the top 3 or 4.
Yeah. Let's ban first and second place, both teams. Why not? There's lots of cards. We'll be fine. There's new cards coming out. It'll be all right.
If it was Golden Age, I would have gone there, but Modern, no.
I'm telling you, we got new sets coming out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
When those sets starts coming out, we'll talk.
We banned 40 cards in this 3 months. We'll have 120 cards come right out. So
Yeah.
it'll be fine.
But
Yeah, that's the plan at least, guys. Legacy Invitational is going to be Legacy 4.
mhm.
Yep.
The accumulation of all the bands, I think it's going to be fun. It's going to be creative, and that's what I really like
Yeah.
when it comes to Dice Masters. I don't really just like meta stuff, just running over things. I don't think that's fun.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the big things that came out of this weekend. Is us just wanting to do more Dice Masters content and
For sure.
Yeah.
And really,
Well,
what it came down to was
the
the people.
Dallas scene has died down, even though we still have a large populace of players. So that was my big takeaway from this weekend, was trying to revitalize the local scene here in Dallas.
yeah.
For sure. And the sad thing is, like, the only shop that really runs Dice Masters is Doc's out in Frisco, and unfortunately,
Boardwalk.
that's still like far from me. If it's not on a Saturday, I can't go out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the bad part about it. So if we could get Dice Masters on a Saturday somewhere, I'm there.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Well,
With bells on.
yeah, and in the short time, I'm trying to talk my wife into having events here at the house,
Oh.
randomly, to at least get people still playing and whatnot. So
Yeah.
but we had we had players from Tyler and players from Waco, which are two very close. I say very close, hour and a half cities from Dallas, and we've got some ideas brewing on a North Texas area event style.
Ooh.
So
There was a couple of guys from College Station too. I don't know if
Yeah.
that's the same thing. So
no,
that's
they
farther
weren't in the
south
car
east,
ride
right?
home with me, so I wasn't able to talk
Oh.
to them during the car ride. So
Are you telling me everyone from Worlds didn't ride home with you?
no, those again somehow leaving an hour and a half later than you guys. I made it home half hour before you guys. So
Yep. Yeah, we stopped a lot.
Yeah.
I had to stop to put gas and put air in my tires just to be
and
safe.
then I guess the Tennessee tamales hit Joe, and
Yeah, they got them. We had to stop to eat. We had to stop because Joe and his tamale issue. Yeah, there was a lot of bathroom breaks. We drank a lot of water on the road, which was probably a bad idea. So yeah, but it was fun.
Yeah,
It was fine.
The car ride home, I don't remember much. I was kind of just out of it. Like, just I was awake trying to make conversation, but I get nervous in the passenger seat, so I usually just make no sense.
Yeah, he was just making noises, beeps and boops over there. It sounded like R2D2 in the seat next to me the whole car ride. It was ridiculous.
It's how I do. It's how I do.
That's how you do. Yeah. Oh wait, I didn't stop for ice cream. I wanted to stop for ice cream. I actually got ice cream yesterday. Wait, was yesterday Monday?
Yesterday
No,
was
I think,
Tuesday.
I think after this, I'm going to go and get myself some ice cream now.
I went on Monday to get ice cream at Andy's Frozen Custard, and it was amazing. Oh, so good.
Well, you need to go next time you're in Carrollton. You need to go to Devious Desserts.
Oh, it sounds devious.
Yeah, it's my friend's shop out there. It's
Okay.
it's very good.
I'll check it out. Devious Desserts. I'm gonna write that down because I have friends that live in Carrollton.
Note to self: devious desserts.
Hey, Joe actually lives in Carrollton, so
Yeah, he
Yeah.
does.
And next time we have a meeting, we might be in that area. So
Yep. That's
At Devious
my
Dessert.
office is in Carrollton, so
yeah.
I'm writing it down. That's why I'm looking down.
Dear diary.
Ryan was mean to me.
Oh my God.
Ryan's trying to upset my tum tum by giving me milk products.
By the way, the Airbnb was freaking ridiculous. There was a beep going on from the time we got there
Oh,
till the
God.
time Ryan
Oh,
changed the battery.
fucking beep. Sorry, excuse the language, but oh, and I'm the one sleeping the closest to where that beep is,
Oh, dude, yeah, you were.
and I have repetitive sounds wake me up.
Oh,
And so every 10 to 15 minutes, because it was going off, it was a beep every 5 minutes. Every 10 to 15 minutes, I'd wake up and I'd go back to sleep. That's why Saturday, a lot of people by the end of Saturday are like, Ryan, you're looking pretty ragged. You okay? And it's just one of those, had nothing to do with what was going on at Worlds. It was all to do with the fact that I didn't sleep at all for the last night. The last 2 nights I hadn't
and
slept.
every time somebody said something to you, it just sounded like a beep to you. It was just
Yeah,
like,
it's just like beep, beep.
So Ryan was paying attention to the matches, but in his mind, he had this dread in his head of going back to the house and
Yeah. And we'd get back to the house, everyone's talking and all this stuff, and I'm just like slowly moving over to where the hallway so I could hear the beep, and all of a sudden you just hear me just go, yeah, everyone's like, what? Oh, the beep. We finally did get the owner, landlord, whatever, figured out how to take care of it for us. So
yeah, that was pretty cool. And it was funny that Patrick, what Killenberger was that his name?
Yep.
Yeah.
Was actually in the little room next to us. We didn't even know he was there. And they're
Joe
like,
went
hey,
over-
Patrick's
Joe-
next door. Why don't we invite him over? So we invited him over to
hold on,
testing and stuff
hold
like
on.
that.
Joe goes over like a maniac without like anything.
Yeah, Chris Club was out there like, what's he doing?
Yeah.
Just
Ross
banging
was
on
out
his-
there talking to his
Oh,
wife.
was it Ross? Okay, that's
Ross
who
was
it
out
was. It
there
was
too,
Ross. That's right.
and Joe walks up to the door, knocks on it, and just goes, "Housekeeping." Patrick, as Joe puts it, Patrick is like, give me a minute.
Oh man, that was so
hilarious.
ridiculous. Oh my
Yeah, he was a nice dude. I don't know if I've met him before online or anything like that, but he
No,
was. A good
I
dude. He
had
was
not
funny.
met him before. Nothing. He was a good guy, though. I mean,
Yeah, he's a
I met a
funny
lot of
dude.
people that I've known, and I met just as much people that I've never even known before. I
Yeah.
mean, we had the 6 guys that were 20 to 40 minutes south of Memphis
Mhm.
that don't play in a store, don't play online, nothing. Just play. They've got a weekly event at rotating between their houses. And they've got a trophy that they hand between each other, whoever wins the event that week and stuff like that. I mean, great guys, and they ended up showing up,
Yeah.
The margarita, yeah.
P Killen B. Okay, so P Killen B is on our Discord. Sweet.
Yep, I saw that he joined, or he's on the Discord now.
Nice.
I hadn't had any.
And also, can we give a
Conversation.
shout out to Jocelyn, who was just super nice and super
yeah.
cool. We haven't mentioned her all episode, and we really should, because not only is she a great person, she's one of our Patreons. She is so much fun. She was really nice. She had a good time. She had a rough Worlds, but she didn't let it get her down. She was still having fun, and so that was awesome. It was great to meet Jocelyn.
We got a picture with her.
Oh, you
got
got
my
a dice
dice
Oh,
bag.
bag.
nice.
Yep. So
That's cool.
yep, to go along with my
Oh.
signatures.
The real Ryan's real prize there.
Yep,
Yeah.
that was my prize. That will be hanging on the wall right over here behind me shortly. So
Nice.
He means like right before the stream ends, he's gonna go hang it up awkwardly as we
No.
That would be funny.
I actually lost
Ian
to
Porter, Ian Porter, who was in the top
Jocelyn is
8.
not a jerk. You take that back, man.
Yeah. Now, Ian Porter, who made the top 8 of Worlds, was actually from one of that local 6 guys.
Yeah, he beat me.
So
Yeah.
no, I mean those were fantastic guys.
50% of the people that faced you beat you. So
That's true.
yeah.
That's true.
Um,
But yeah, it was cool. What? I feel like this is all slander. And I'm not talking about the basic action card here.
So,
Oh,
well,
man.
anything else we want to talk about? We're hitting up on that hour mark,
We're
guys.
getting close to 5 more minutes. I hope the intro wasn't choppy. Our brand new intro that you ran earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
That we worked really hard on that for 5 minutes. So
Oh, shut your mouth.
yeah, that's good stuff. So if you get a chance, if you just jumped into the stream, start it over when we're done. Check out the intro. We're gonna try to run it on most of our things now. And we also have a outro that we're gonna run as soon as we
Yeah, with some
wrap up
asshole.
here. Yeah. Yeah. It's there, Ben. Oh, it was choppy. Boo.
Ugh. Well, I
should we run
just
it again right now?
no. If it's
Are
choppy,
you
it's
No,
not
sure?
gonna
just
be
come
fixed.
back next week.
All right, we'll run it next week for sure.
And also, I'm glad that I got to meet Ben. Ben's super cool. I know we've met him on stream, but meeting someone in real life, I feel is different, honestly.
Yeah.
And
Chris likes to smell people, so like he really just wanted to get your musk in his nose, so that he knows.
Chris,
them. That's how he.
you
That's how he
said you
knows.
were going to show up as either Mr. Monopoly or in your donkey suit, and I didn't see either of those all weekend long.
I couldn't wear my donkey suit. It's a little bit too tight in places where I don't want it to be too tight. And then I didn't have time to get a proper outfit, so
Yeah.
Well-
It's the donkey suit is okay for streaming because you don't get to see his dice bag. So we wanted to avoid that at the convention. So
especially because there was kids.
yeah, that was probably for the best, guys.
Yeah.
Well,
And, oh my
Overall,
God.
Worlds was great. It was fantastic. Everybody had tons of fun. I don't think I heard anything bad out of it at all. Yeah, we have minor issues, but those are minor. Overall, it was really
yeah,
positive.
you can blame me for all those issues.
it's all those are Ryan's fault.
Yep.
But I mean, we had fun. Honestly, I'm glad we went. It flew by. It really did fly by. But meeting everybody was super cool. When they asked, I don't know if y'all got to do the interview with the WizKids people.
No,
but-
I didn't get to do it, but I knew they were doing those.
So they asked me like, what was the question? What's your favorite thing about Dice Masters? And my answer was the community, just meeting people, making friends online, just how much everyone cares for the game and has fun when they do it, and how strong the online presence is. It just brings people from all over the world, and it's amazing. So thanks to everybody that said hello to me, even though like I said earlier that I'm a shy dude. I have social anxiety sometimes, so if I didn't say hi to you, I'm sorry, but that doesn't mean that I didn't want to. It's just I'm crazy. So hello, and thank you for saying hi if you did. I appreciate
that's
it.
what the C and CR really stands for, is
Stands
Crazy
for crazy.
Rob's Game Room.
Yeah, look, Twitch sometimes. Yeah. So yeah, there is a new intro, Steven. It's a little choppy, but we'll iron out the wrinkles and it'll be better next time.
We were literally fixing it and doing all kinds of stuff right before we went on, so that's
Yeah.
It was because I had too many things open. I think that's why it was choppy. Do you guys want me to play it right now?
Play that intro.
All right.
Play that intro.
All right.
Guys, just gonna play the intro. All right, I'm gonna mute myself so I don't make any noise.
All right, and we're back. Hopefully it wasn't as choppy. But
I'm watching right now. It doesn't look to be choppy at all. So
okay.
Yeah, it looked good.
Do you guys hear the music?
I couldn't.
Well,
hear
I've got
any of
it. I've got it muted, so I couldn't tell you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But so what's funny about the lasagna is we're sitting there before we leave the hall, and Ben's in between his semifinal and his final, and we ask him, we're just sitting there talking, and we're like, what do you want, Ben? And he just starts naming off stuff, and he's like, and I want lasagna. I want a layer of lasagna. I want a layer of meat sauce. I want a layer of lasagna. I want a layer of meat sauce. And he's like, lasagna is like the whole entire thing, and he's just adding more layers of like another thing of lasagna. So
No.
that's where we came up with that. So we gave him that as a prize.
Now, what you should have done is gotten one of the big lasagnas and then cut it up and stack it on top of each other. You know?
Well, they didn't have that at the Walgreens. They only had that one.
You went to the Walgreens. Okay.
We walked
Yep.
to the Walgreens for Ben's lasagna, okay?
Yeah, we risk our lives.
Crossing that street, and that, I mean, that sounds like it's a joke. No, we
It's-
saw more accidents at that intersection than anyone should ever see at an intersection. So,
Oh, man. 27 layer lasagna. That's when you know it's good lasagna. Mwah.
Yeah.
All right. You guys
cool.
got
So
anything
we're-
else?
I'm good. Nothing else on my side.
I'm good. So,
You don't have to
we
say
have
anything.
An outro now, guys. So
And
thanks for hanging out, guys.
see you guys.
Have a good one.
Hold
Bye,
on.
guys.
Transition.
That's going to wrap things up for us here in the CR Game Room. Check out our website, crgr.rocks, for all our latest info. There you'll find a link to help support us via Patreon. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Join our conversations on Discord. Be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for hanging out.